And then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Tonight we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Fields this way up at the 17. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 7.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This defense for the Packers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. Anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Taylor will throw. It's caught. Smith finding room at midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 36 yards on the play.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Taylor. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Taylor.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This time Jackson will throw it. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson going up top. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Packers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
From the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your...
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
Cook up the gut. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the run.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Boy, a tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Oh, it's tipped, but he still makes the adjustment.
14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez now to punt this one away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more. for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Taylor. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback. 6-0 our score after one. So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Play action. It's Jackson. He finds his target, Allen. Touchdown, Packers. Keenan Allen, 60 yards.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Play action. Now Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Taking it about the 1.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting.
And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. Now Taylor. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Cook running right. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This has neither the distance nor the accuracy. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. From midfield now, here's Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Taylor.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back.
He's got him in, complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Jackson on first down. Lead it out left to Dobbs. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Aaron Jones
with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, it starts
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Taylor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
Well, there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's complete to John Ross. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake, watch the fake. But Brandon, don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. John Ross, 43 yards. And the Packers extend their lead yet again. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Throwing now, Taylor on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Cook following the penalty, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. They go play action now. Jackson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. From the gun on third down, Jackson. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. John Ross with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Packers are an extra point away from going up by 40. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So the fake punt, a daring call this deep in their own end, and the end result, certainly not what they were hoping for.
I have to admit, I admire their daring, but I actually would like this play called better if it's between the 40s here. The problem is, even if the ball's not intercepted and it's just incomplete, you're still giving away half a field's worth of possession.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Jackson. Touchdown, Packers! John Ross, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Packers get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally kept having a rough patch. He said,
and now here's another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now a first down carry by Jones. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Vikings on third down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This will be third and a mile. Now Taylor. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now Taylor to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Taylor going to throw. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback in a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Taylor, he's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Taylor. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And here's Ryan Wright now
in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. The Vikings Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson going deep here for Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Jackson on first down. This is caught. And the Packers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Jackson throwing once more. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now the try here for the point after. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Packers, their strong start.